welcome to another episode of Critical Critique. Pulls a point. Day, it's finally arrived. The hypest new anime from the land of glorious Nippon has finally graced the shores of the West. It's been three-something years
Naretsu.
of hype
Naretsu.
for this one.
I am afraid
It's from the land of South Korea.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Forgive me
Well-
for my racism. I have committed the great sin.
It's from the
of
land of the
mistaking-
worst Korea, not the best one.
So, this is Guardian High Spies. A very anticipated, critically acclaimed.
And to be honest, I thought it was
accredited-
cancelled.
Everyone did. So, let me... Okay, I'm gonna have to do some deep lore history right now, right? I have to give
Real quick.
everyone... Yeah, real quick, I gotta give people the story, right? So, for about three or 4 years ago, Crunchyroll came out with this thing saying, hey, we're gonna do some in-house, pay-for-it-ourselves animation stuff, right? And one of the shows that they showed off was Guardian High Spice. And people were fucking pissed because Guardian High Spice is not fucking anime, right? And people are paying a Crunchyroll subscription to fund anime because the whole reason that Crunchyroll exists, according to them, is, oh, you give us money, we give money to the animators, quote-unquote, in Japan, and you support the industry, as it were, right? So, people were mad. There was a lot of backlash. There was a lot of shit-flinging going on. Everyone was pissed. And then they brought out a promotional video where everyone was female, it was highly diverse, lots of, we're talking about how, we're so great. Not talking about the quality of the show at all, just patting themselves on the back. And that just kind of was like putting gasoline on an oil fire, right? It just kind of caused a massive shit.
They talked about diversity, but the writing staff was wasn't it all white women?
It was all white women, yeah. It was all white women with multicolored hair. It was great. So that happened, and then what ended up happening after that was shit went dark for 3 years, right?
That's what we would have called production hell.
I think last year, one of the people that was working on Twitter, put out a tweet being like, no guys, for real, it's still happening, we're still doing it. I vaguely remember that happened, someone came out on Twitter and was like, no guys, for real, it's still gonna be a thing, we're still working on it, please believe us, or something like that.
Yeah, but then I know I saw some article or some reference to it that they missed the deadline of 2020 without a word, and then it's been 2021 for a while, and they haven't said a word. They said in 2021, and it's was
and then
November.
Out of nowhere, they just kind of dropped it on us. They just kind of shat that shit. I'm gonna do a little bit of Alex Jones theory crafting here as to what I think happened. Right, I think Lolly's correct in that production went to shit completely, absolutely fucking snail paced, right? But rather than cancelling it, the Crunchyroll had already kind of put their chips down on the table with all of the backlash and all of the PR hit that they took, plus the investment of actually trying to create this, right? So I think that what ended up happening was the sunk cost fallacy effect happened, and they were kind of like, well, we could scrap this now, but then we've wasted all of this money. We might as well finish the fucking thing.
I wouldn't blame or mind them canceling it because things had cancelled.
There wasn't a whole lot of. Let's be real. There wasn't a lot of interest for that.
To be fair, at least for almost 2 of these years, there has been a major real-life kerfuffle that has happened that has caused a lot of things to be delayed. So, I'll give them some credit there.
Yeah. So, but the reason I think this more so than anything else is the fact that they didn't really PR push this when it came out. They just kind of shat it out. It just kind of happened. I didn't even realize it had come out.
Yeah, there was zero fucking hype for it.
There was no PR push, no advertising, no hype, no nothing. They just kind of all right, Guardian High Spice is on Crunchyroll now. It's just out, and yeah, I was like,
tossed
wait,
a grenade
wait,
around
what?
the corner and ducked.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did, and that's what leads me to think it was sunk cost, because it was like, okay, we got to get this out. We have to shit this out right now. Like, no money for promoting or anything. We just fucking just get it fucking on the site, right? So now that's kind of the backstory that's led us to now, where Guardian High Spice, the Crunchyroll original quote-unquote anime.
You're forgetting the acclaimed X-Arms, which was also Crunchyroll original.
Well, yeah, that's true, but the critically acclaimed.
Oh my god, yeah, that
X-Arm,
was that did happen this year. That did happen.
The only other live react watch along that we did.
Yes, because that one was so bad it was good.
Oh yeah, we had fun.
Oh yeah, I'm still remembering the CGI. Holy shit.
It was very good. So yeah, we're here today. We're gonna watch episode 1. We're gonna see what we're dealing with. You know, we're gonna have some fun with it. Hopefully, that or it's gonna be boring as shit, which is my expectation. I am expecting this to just be boring as shit. I am expecting the animation quality.
We are in this for the long haul. Absolutely, we're gonna watch all of this.
Yeah,
At least I'm gonna watch all of this.
I think well,
of course, because you're the target audience.
Exactly.
So look, if I could summarize my feelings about this in a meme, it would be that fucking bored as shit looking Winnie the Pooh on the chair. like, that's what I'm expecting right now. So, I guess without any more stalling, let's hit the play button. I'm just gonna adjust my volume on my
Let's get this shit show rolling.
blow my fucking ears out. Alright, let's go.
It's finally here! Can you believe it?
Would you?
Almost can't. We've been preparing our whole lives for this day. Did you
What?
pack your tooth? Your toothpaste. Ooh, I'm nervous. We'll scale mountains and fight mermaids and explore precipices.
Her voice is incredibly husky.
Yeah, that's
Chase
weird.
Snicker voice.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Do you know what this voice
Oh,
acting
we
reminds
are
me of?
pausing.
It
We're
reminds
not
of-
just going to be watching this uninterrupted. Okay.
Yeah, we're pause on pointing this shit. we're
No, no.
going in hard.
I just wanted to mention
Yeah,
that I thought
I
it
just
was.
want to mention, like, her voice
Yeah, go for it,
voice
Bio.
reminds me of like Ash Ketchum from like the original Pokemon first season. Like,
It's Ash.
like
it's
this is what
Ash
this dub reminds me of. It reminds me of like the first season of Pokemon.
We're going
Oh
back.
yeah,
to
where
4
Ash
kids.
was going through like puberty. Yeah.
I don't.
It
I don't.
reminds me
I'm
of
not
that.
going to harshly criticize the English voice acting because it's been a while since I listened to English voice acting, so I can't say what's.
I will-
what's
I will.
worn.
I will tell you whether or not it's awkward then.
All right.
Yeah.
I just thought it was strange that they started in the introduction of the characters with one character interrupting the speech of another character. That's not something I see often, that one character interrupts another character mid-speech, other than villains and stuff.
Oh, actually, they've done it before in movies before. Like, if you see the movie like Alien, they do it quite a bit in the movie where you let the characters interrupt each other because
Well,
it makes the conversation
in-
feel more natural.
In animation, especially, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you
well,
didn't say
anyway,
that
yeah,
before.
Well, not
yeah,
just
yeah,
that,
yeah,
what
okay,
Elliot-
whatever. It's not...
Well, what Ellie is trying to say is that it's weird that you do that in the opening scene.
Alright, let's keep going.
Crevices and totally fearsome dudes. Totally fearsome dudes. Hi, Guardian! Whoa! Academy! Hi, Guardian Academy.
Where did they come from?
I don't know. So, I don't think the voice is bad because of the actor. I actually think it's the microphone or something. Like, it sounds like it's recorded on, like, a fucking... Like our recordings.
Yeah, it
Like,
might have
it's-
been the sub. I mean, again, this also goes into the whole, the whole Koof thing. They probably were like having to do this over like a Zoom call or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would have done it, but I've got a... that's what it sounds like to me. It
But
sounds like low quality audio.
17 Sentinels was recorded, and then 13 Sentinels, the PlayStation 4 game, the from Vanillaware, was all recorded, the English voice actors, at least I know, all separate and alone and all that stuff, and that is professional quality in the end. And you can kind of know this because they all pronounced the same name slightly differently, because there wasn't, the voice director that said, no, more emphasis on the ts or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounded good, but...
Maybe they just didn't provide them with proper equipment or, like, setup.
I mean, a good, like, audio engineer can make things sound, like, amazing as well. It's possible they didn't have, like, proper, like, audio equipment as well for that as well. They could have helped with the quality.
Let's see if we can blitz for a little.
I'm thrilled for you to learn about elixirs. Very important for a future healer.
High Guardian Academy doesn't just accept anyone, you know. You girls will have to take advantage of every opportunity.
A whole year away from old...
Oh, hey, it's that Brazilian guy.
I'm really gonna miss you. Oh,
I remember the Brazilian Twitch streamer that got arrested.
So proud of
No.
Would be.
You don't? Well, he kind of looks like him.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it's the guy, oh,
You don't
fuck.
need to pause for that. You don't need to pause for that.
Yeah,
Just
no,
let them go on.
I had a bloody message come up on my phone, so it doesn't matter. But anyways.
Alright, so...
Better get a move on, girls.
Blue
and
or
remember,
pink?
studying is just as
Blue.
important as
I
socializing.
like witches. I like witches.
You like witches?
I like that. I like the pointy hat.
Sage, don't forget Chompy.
Chomping? What?
Oh,
That's
that's
fucking
cute.
Mimic.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm liking the mimic. That looks cool. It's got, like, his tongue sticking out, like, it's a bit cheeky.
A ghost frog.
Bye, Dad. Bye, Chicory. Goodbye, Pebble. And hello to the rest of our lives.
Okay. She looks. That looks. I don't know what it is, but it's the eyes. Like that. It looks like she's like blank, like looking into nothingness and saying that.
Yeah. It's not
Like
a lot
this-
of,
empty head, empty mind is what that's reminding me of.
just a bit of that.
She doesn't have any shadows on her face.
She
Yeah,
has one,
oh,
like, one right underneath
There's
her,
one. There's one under the hair. Yeah, so it's not.
Oh, yeah, but nothing around the eyes that, that show that she's eye sockets or anything.
I can see
Yeah,
the shadow underneath the neck, but, like,
I don't
think
know what it.
the shadow
Yeah, I
is
don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's like she's looking off into the top corner and just speaking, but it's not like clear. Like what? I don't know. Yeah, it just seems weird to me. Alright. Now apparently the intro's muted on this video that we've got, so we don't get to hear the intro, but we can watch it.
Oh, so we've been spared the singing.
Yes, we have.
Oh.
So yeah, this is Guardian High Spice.
High Spice
So-
Guardian, right? Or did I read it
High
wrong?
Spice Guardian.
So
yeah.
why is it that whenever... Okay, I hate to say these groups of people, but whenever these groups of people create something, it's always some variation of Harry Potter.
Well, this is just Ruby, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never
Ruby.
watched Ruby.
Well, okay, I will get to that then. I'll get to that.
Naretsu, are you going to watch Ruby with me? Are you going to sit my ass down?
I would do that. I actually would do that because that would be fucking fun. That would be great.
All I know is
Ruby.
that there's a really good first season, and after that, everything goes downhill.
That's kind of wrong, but okay.
This is also decidedly very not anime-like.
Yeah, this is very cartoony. Yeah. But anyway, here we go. We're getting into it. Interesting title card style, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, I like it. It kind of reminds me of, like, shoujo anime.
Double decker bus, okay.
Harry Potter British.
Huh. No seats for you girls?
We don't need seats. We're future guardians.
Most guardians can afford seats.
We're guardians in training. We're gonna sit on each other's laps at the same time.
Listen,
What?
I don't care. Hey, Shum Shum, help these future guardians to their seats. Overword!
Are they going to complain about the seat, about uncomfortable seating or not?
I don't know. Yeah, so the animation does look a little bit. It's a little weird. It's not terrible.
Because, you know, I'm not a storyteller, but if you're going to bring up they don't have seats and how it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, and not mention it at all, that's kind of weird.
The fish that jumped into the lake on the upper top, it was a little large.
It looks so small. I guess it was small the whole time. And we just didn't
That's
know.
what she said. Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. Had to get some humor.
SPH.
Hurry! We can be first on the train.
Oh look, you're even going on a train. Okay.
See, it is Harry Potter.
Let's
Yeah.
cut the line. Rosemary, that would be wrong.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking we should cut the line. Yes.
I said the mimic.
Lost the microphone. Also, what's... Okay. A minor story complaint here. Or maybe just like the setup complaint. Okay, so... You're going to, like, an academy, right? Wouldn't it make sense for the characters to, like, not be terribly skilled in anything before they go to the academy? You know, they don't know anything about magic. They don't really have any magical pets or anything. This is just something that they acquire as they explore their new school environment. Because that's the whole idea behind these stories. You know, it's the whole growing up, you know, type of
I
aspect.
mean, I guess you could assume that, like, because unlike Harry Potter as the direct comparison, they're living in a world where everything is magical from the get-go. So you could naturally assume that their parents taught them a few things. Also, goddamn, my throat's going down. Oh fuck!
I'm just kind of.
Then Naruto.
I find just kind of strange that they are now on like a cart, a double-decker bus, whatever rope seating up the mountain thing.
we took a bus to get to
the cart.
a gondola. We took a cart. We
To
took
the
a
bus.
cart to get to bus to get to, I guess, a gondola type thing or whatever however you'd say it.
Well,
And
the
then
infrastructure
now
of
we're
this
going on a
world
train.
is very complex
Yeah, yeah.
and very inconsistent.
It's like I just wanted to get some milk for my cereal, but I gotta go on the cart and then go on the bus and then go on the
So
gondola.
maybe a direct example of this, which would be Little Witch Academia. You had Akko, who arrived at the place via a bus, and then didn't know how to enter the magical portal without a broom, and then basically, you know, fell through, etc., etc., etc. But that you didn't see her, you know, taking the plane from Japan and then getting on the train to the place and to the bus to the village, and then it was
Yeah, use this
Goodbye-
more wisely,
goodbye,
whereas
bus,
we're
I'm
already
here.
We're already 6 minutes in, and
Yeah.
we're still getting to the fucking place.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Okay, I don't know. That's like just kind of my impression so far. Like, okay, none of these individual components are necessarily bad. It's the way they're directed and shuffled around that's really weird storytelling wise. Also, why even show them skipping the line only to go into the back? Why not just have them sneak into the back? Whatever. So they're gay, right?
I don't fucking know.
Don't know.
Just assume. Everyone's game.
I want to know what tags I have to look up later, okay?
Look up incest.
Also, wait a minute. I just want to go back a sec.
They can't be related. Their hairs are completely different colors.
Look. They even did the fucking circular fucking medieval fucking city. Like every other isekai. Have you seen that?
Isekai.
Now, have you seen that meme though? Someone made like a meme where they were like traditional fantasy shit in isekai.
Oh yeah, and it's the circular village, and it's all the same. Village,
yeah. They look. You see, it is an anime because they even do the same anime tropes. It's amazing.
Hey, this one's on the hill.
Oh yeah.
It's clearly built around the hill.
Yeah.
Which would be very not good for a city, but anyway.
Do you see them yet?
What really bothered me is...
Okay.
Wow, nice to know that, like, side fades and, ear piercings are a thing. Okay, ear piercings make a lot of sense. Side fades, not so much.
Yeah, it's the fucking... How would you fucking say it?
It's kind of fucked up that we, like, live in the world where, like, a fantasy setting, a retro future Russian post-apocalyptic game, and Cyberpunk 2077 can all have the same type of haircut.
Yeah, and there's no other haircuts. It's all that same haircut, no matter what. Like, and I hate it as well. It's just like they don't.
Like, if you wanted her to be like kind of a tomboyish or NB character, whatever they're trying to do, they could have just done like a pixie cut.
Yeah, just do like normal short hair with like a little cowlick on the front, you know, like, or something like that. You know, you don't have to do the whole like fucking side shave shit. Because you know, it's really weird because I see that shit all the time in media. I barely see anyone actually trying to rock that in real.
I guess it is more of an American California
I've seen it
thing.
once or twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it in real life, either online or.
I haven't either, but I'm also not near the West Coast or like any major city at the moment. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Rose.
It's just weird that you'd have a high management haircut like that.
It's
of
only
all
a
things,
few flights up.
Setting or a fantasy setting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe fairies cut it for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe fairies have a very awful sense of aesthetic.
Who knows?
You girls want any food?
Is sleep a food?
Wait,
Alright,
can you pause
so-
real quick? Because that was really, really weird. So they went, like, it's only...
This is a very tall room.
Yeah, but also they went, like, oh, it's here, go inside. Your room is up the stairs. And they went, oh no, we have to go up the stairs. And they then they moved go up the stairs. And then they arrive on top of the stairs, and the people who they left behind on the bottom of the stairs are suddenly ahead of them.
Yeah, they teleported.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that.
They teleported. Nothing personal, kiddo.
Well, one of them is an elf. You never know.
They're
better at magic than
defeat
them.
in D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
They shunted up the stairs.
Yeah. All right, let's keep.
Please. I guess we'll just sleep on the floor.
Oh look, magic.
Hey.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that they fucking had to climb all the way up the fucking stairs, right? Well, you could have just fucking made the portal on the ground floor.
Well, maybe the portal's connected directly to the foyer-looking thing.
I don't know. It's weird.
You know, there are times where I prefer the Japanese
I've never been
exposition.
around new magic before. My parents never let me try it. Can I hold your Terrasphere?
Go ahead.
This is gorgeous. Its conjuring powers seem unlimited. I thought it was incompatible with old magic.
Aloe's an elf, so her powers merged with mine. Sweetie, she'll learn about new magic and spell theory at school. Let's let them go to bed.
Oh, they are lesbian.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
So, would you do the elf check?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the elf's alright. Yeah, the elf's alright.
So I'll teach my own magic spells.
Oh, well, here we go.
Do you love being
This
a
is the main
guardian?
part.
Yes, it is hard being apart from you, from my family, but my guardian vows are sacred, as yours will be one day.
Rosie, your mom helps to right wrongs.
Plus, she gets to
That
lug
is
around
sure
that
some
humongous
pose.
sword.
And Mom,
Okay. Question. What the actual fuck is a guardian?
Some
Well,
guy,
I guess
somebody
I
who.
guess
Guardians
they
are guardians.
I guess we're gonna find out this episode. You need to wait. It's only been 9
Well,
minutes, Naretsu.
I know, but it's like you'd think, like, look, if you'd think that
There
they'd
was no
establish-
point. There was no point in the quiet exposition where they were traveling amongst different things. Could she have ever explained?
She didn't
or
have any
narrated
opportunity
what
to
happened?
explain what an actual because that's my thing. Let's compare this to some other things, right? In RWBY, it's established very early on they have a little fucking exposition thing in the first episode. It's like, oh, hunters hunt the beast things that are trying to kill everyone. They're hunters. They go hunt things. Okay, established. Harry Potter. Oh, magic exists. Wizards exist. There's a magic school. You're a wizard, Harry. You go into the magic school. Right?
I've got an example.
Very, look, you don't need, like, a long-ass exposition thing to explain what something is, right? You just need to be like, oh, hey, guardians are, like, policemen or something. Or, some shit, right? Like, oh, they just, like, protect they're like
The
knights
balance.
or
The
something.
balance or what?
The
I don't know.
balance.
I mean, if
yeah,
you want an
or some shit.
anime, yeah. If you want an anime example, you can just do Sailor Moon. Like first episode right off the bat, Usagi is told what she is. You're the guardian of the moon and shit. Like right off the bat, in like first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
in the first when she's getting the whole rush in the school routine, you already know enough about her as a character. Like, there's no opening narration for any of these characters, and it almost seems like you're kind of expected to piece together. Like, I'll explain this more once this episode's over. Because, like, there's...
Yeah, let's get through this dream, because maybe the dream sequence. Maybe I'm jumping the beat. I don't fucking know. Like, let's see what these.
always comes home. Mom?
Okay.
It's weird that she would be excited that the sword was tossed into her hand.
I'm kind of confused because I get this is a dream, right? But is this like a dream based off what actually happened? Like, is this like a post-traumatic streak? Like, was the mum like fighting something?
But she's happy.
This is what I mean. I don't get it. Like, okay. This is the problem with the scene, right? Let's say, like, this is meant to be, like, a representation of, like, a post-traumatic stress incident where she watched her mum get, like, taken away by some, like, fucking evil force or whatever, right? And she, like, had the sword tossed at her or whatever. Like, I'm getting really weird messages here because it starts off with, like, oh, it's all the family together, and then all of a sudden, like, the mum... Like, just
it would
like,
make more sense because, like, okay, you're trying to do a fairly simple... Because let's be honest, the type of narrative the show is going for is one that's supposed to be relatively simple, relatively easy to follow. Nothing wrong with that. If you're doing a simple narrative, you would want a dream sequence that is, like, a direct retelling of the past in this moment.
Yeah.
So that everyone knows, this is... Okay, her mom, who was this tough shit, got overpowered. Here's the threat, here's what she's fighting for, and a vague representation of what happens isn't really useful narratively.
Yeah, like I could understand if it was like, oh, she was fighting to protect the family or whatever, and then she got taken away and she tossed the sword at the kid or whatever to pass on the fucking, whatever, right? That's like basic bitch shit, right? It's easy to understand, but the way that this is being presented, if that's even what this is meant to represent, like, is this just supposed to be like a representation of, oh, the mom never came then she went off, and then if that happened, then how did she get the sword, right? Like, it doesn't.
I'm just
There's so
really
many
confused.
like weird weird fucking shit going on here.
I'm
Like,
kind of
not-
emotionally confused because it started, the mother was looking away, talking about vows and all, duties. So this was kind of sad.
honor, yeah.
Mother was kind of distant, but the fathers were there, so it was all still kind of fine. Then she stood up and faced her, and then was kind of happy and we're still together, kind of thing. Then the clouds came, that's trials and tribulation, things are bad, and she was struggling. Then she tosses the sword, and then it's kind of, camaraderie and whatnot. Then the mother looked kind of, I believe, afraid again. And now she's facing her, and then, Rosemary dropped the sword and then ran happily towards her mother when she just got a sword and mother's in danger. And now his mother is looking happy at her. I'm getting real confused at what emotional messages are being sent towards me.
Alright, let's see if we can finish this and maybe we'll...
Mommy! No!
Also, the audio mixing in this episode is god-awful.
And then the sword is left behind and...
She always comes home.
Okay, so... I don't know what this is like. Okay, is it me? Yeah. I'm getting the feeling that it's supposed to be like a representation of the mum never coming home or something like that. Like it's a dream sequence along those lines. But I have to agree, I think it would have been way better if it was like an actual traumatic experience she went through that pushed her forward. Because you could do a lot with that character-wise, right? Like she has to get over the trauma and the PTSD.
Why not
of
have
watching her
that?
mum get
Why
taken
not
away.
have that experience in the opening part of the episode prior to the opening sequence playing?
Yeah.
I just have the feeling that they're not confident enough in their combat or their fighting animation because it was that was really stiff. So if you're going to use that as an opening, that doesn't really look impressive at all.
Well,
I mean,
stiff animation and combat. Okay, you can have the really stiff animation in combat, and yeah, people could get over that. So as long as the actual direction is solid, right?
True.
Yeah. It's really feels like there's a lot of wasted potential here. Like, because I can see like a pretty good narrative that could be formed around this idea of having this warrior character whose mum was taken away from her and she had to deal with the trauma from childhood, but that trauma also like pushes her to keep trying to live up to the mum's legacy and to try and perhaps find the mum later on, like there's a whole fucking lot of possibilities you can do with that, it's just really
director, a lot of this a good director would have actually have solved a lot of this. But I'm getting the feeling that the director either didn't have control over their team or wasn't able to say, okay, here we need to do this, and this, and we need to focus on this, and this parts.
Yeah.
Like, it screams inexperienced director, and more importantly, it screams a director that has no idea what their role is.
Alright, let's continue.
The dream again? She's out there, Rosemary. You know that.
Okay.
I hope so.
Alright, so that was a real taking away, I think.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a real taking away or if it's still just, the mum never came home or something. Like, it hasn't actually established what happened. That's the problem. It's just kind of...
I mean, here's the thing, it's trying to give us a mystery box, but like
Yeah, you're right, Bio. Yeah,
but it's a very poorly presented mystery box. Like,
it is
what did she die? Was she taken away? Did she go on a mission and never come back? Like,
we
don't know.
Clearly she didn't die because the character's like, oh, well, she'll come back, right? Or something. Like, so clearly she didn't die, but it's like, there's no, like, establishment of, like, okay, what actually fucking happened? Like, was it an abandoning issue? Was it was she there when it happened? It just doesn't fucking add up, and that's
also they say that she tends to be her mom had a tendency to be distant from the family, and there's this whole why not have her just if you wanted to get around the combat animation, with a lack of confidence in that, why not just have her disappear away while she's on duty, and that way there's more of a mystery of what happened. Maybe they come to this town, and then she gets the sword. Then she gets the sword as she enters. You're like, yeah, no, it's like there are so many like ways you could have made this stories that you can make this story work, and they chose none of them.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, I've got an idea. How about they go on a mission and they find she finds her mother's sword somewhere. And that could be what happened?
They just find it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, this place is the Guardian Town. Maybe she arrives here, and maybe she is given the sword by a confidant, like one of her mother's, associates or whatever, right? And this is like an inheritance, and then she has to live up to that inheritance or whatever. Like, her being able to wield the sword immediately, it feels like something that they should probably be working towards, right?
Right. Alright, let's keep going.
Wah! We're in Lingard!
Okay.
Got over a trauma.
Yeah.
I wish I had that enthusiasm to just get over my hidden trauma immediately. See, the arrow lets me look!
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Absolutely!
Good morning, lovelies.
Anise, you didn't have to go through all this trouble.
I don't mind.
My stomach
Cookies
likes
for
to harmonize with
breakfast?
Rosemary's.
You're in luck then.
Right.
Aloe's elbows
Candy for
deep
breakfast,
in pancake
like Reese's
batter.
Puffs.
It's been ages since she cooked for family.
Does she need help?
Oh no, even I'm not allowed in that kitchen when she's got that look in her eye. Come on.
None
We've
of
got
the
strawberry
cookies
waffles.
disappeared from the
We're
fucking
coming!
plate.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ruby!
Strawberry.
It's literally Ruby! Because Ruby had that happen as well.
Wow. It's
They literally pause. Look at the rolls on the bottom.
I was gonna say it's JPEG rolls.
Yeah, they photoshopped it. I can actually see a bit of the artifacting where they were trying to use the blend tool.
Oh, yeah.
Photoshop. If
It's
you've ever used
JPEG dog.
if you ever used the Photoshop, you can actually see where the repair tool was used on her shirt.
It's JPEG dog.
Oh.
It's JPEG dog.
Speaking
The
of
legend.
JPEG, totally unrelated. Do you know the JPEG dog from Ace Combat?
That's what I'm talking about. The JPEG dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know that actually is not a JPEG. That is a video.
Yeah, I
Really?
read about it. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's like one of the dogs at the office, or one of the developers' dogs.
Yeah,
and
the
they, like,
developers'
attacked
dogs.
it.
The dog was commanded to sit still, and he was very obedient and a very good
Yeah,
boy.
he was very. Yeah, they took a video of it, and it was super still, just super still. All right, let's get
beautiful.
Look who I found hanging out in the room.
A couple of dang teens.
Hope you're hungry.
Did you make all this? We could have helped.
Nobody touches my kitchen. Told you.
Dude, same. Nobody touches
So,
the kitchen.
what do you two plan to do
Yeah.
with your last day of freedom?
We're
will-
gonna
Yeah, this
take a look
promotional
around.
value
See
is
the
women
I
get
wanna
in the
go see
kitchen.
the market and the
Yeah,
garden
women
and the castle. That was delicious, Mrs. Aloe.
It's just aloe. Wait, are you finished?
Chewing is for cowards.
Okay, that was pretty bad. Also,
I'm
speaking
liking
of,
it. She's like,
if
a
we-
real woman doesn't chew her food.
Also, if we're gonna get into the whole like lesbian dynamic shit, isn't it kind of weird that the fucking tomboyish type dyke one is the one that's not in the kitchen cooking, but the one that's the posh woman?
We immediately know who wears the pants in this relationship. But the real question is, who wears the strap-on in bed?
Oh, definitely the.
I'm gonna say the elf.
Oh, maybe the elf. Yeah, maybe there's some weird dynamic. Yeah, because that tends to happen, right? So.
So are we going to commission...
Well,
are
I
we...
could see the elf doing it. Like, she looks like the type that would be very, like, she acts submissive, but she's really like,
Nobody touches my strap.
Nobody touches my strap on. Are we gonna commission High Guardian spice porn? Is this what's gonna happen now?
Yes.
One day. Alright, let's keep
That's the spirit. You ready? Give me just a minute.
Alright, so you know what you're gonna have to draw, right? You're gonna have to draw.
Oh, no.
Do it.
Maybe I'll take it to go. Great, I'll get your stuff.
I like her.
Okay.
Thanks again! We'll be back by dusk! Don't get killed! Your cousins are the best. I know.
Oh, she has the sword.
My word! What is that? Maybe it's got rabies! Come on, Sage!
What?
Do you want
Maybe it's got rabies.
Can you pause real quick? Because I'm still kind of... I don't know what to think about that Rosemary character. I mean, I got a good sense of the character of the witch character. She's kind of reserved and, whatnot. But pink-haired is just so random that I don't know what to even think.
I mean,
She's just a spaz.
Yeah. Very autistic.
I was about to say that. Like, she reminds me of someone who's autistic, like an autistic woman.
Well, she's the warrior, so they clearly dumped the intelligence stat. Duh.
Yeah.
You don't need that shit. Toss it out. It all goes in the strength.
Would you look at this place?
No, she's not buff
Yeah,
enough
I
to have
Satan is
strength.
wisdom.
Oh, uh-oh.
Huh? Who's?
Rose,
sneaky little bugger.
why did you bring your mom's sword? You never know, Sage. Danger is like a flock of birds. It swoops all into your business when
Pulls
you
it
least
out in
expect
the middle
it.
of public.
Also, the sword keeps changing fucking size, or is that just me? Because like in the
Yeah,
dream, it was
no,
like,
it does.
In the dream, it was like a fucking long sword or something, and now it looks like a short sword that's more like in line with her height and shit. So it's like wait,
It's
wait.
I
very
don't know
off
how
model
long the
multiple
sword is
times.
right now in this shot, because his perspective seems a little bit odd. It seems way bigger on the tip than it should be.
Sorry,
She
sorry.
could've-
Didn't expect anyone so sorry.
Might want to watch where you swing that thing because of how it's a giant sword.
It's not a giant sword. She's just shorter than you.
Good job, baby crone. They say the best way to win an argument is pedantically. Might want to make sure your friend doesn't stab anyone
This
while
is
you're out
how
here
people
sightseeing.
talk.
We aren't tourists,
Yes.
and nobody actually got stabbed. Maybe leave your sword at the house next time we go shopping.
Fine.
But it's a piece of home, just
Or,
like my
or maybe
my
don't pull out your sword in a public place.
my locket. Dad told me to wear it today. It's meant to protect me. How did he perform protection magic? Metaphorically, Sage. The picture inside it is irreplaceable. My dad's prize-winning boysenberry cheesecake. You have a locket with a picture of cheesecake inside it. It was iconic. I must have dropped it.
Yeah, see, this is too random for me to...
This is too random, and
It's
also
very
like, I'll look
It's very American humor, yes.
yeah, and it's like, oh my god, that fucking pause on that witch's face right now. Holy shit!
I think
Look
she
at
had
Oh my
poison
god.
cheesecake.
She's like, oh
Look-
god,
look
not
at
this
that.
shit again.
Look at
Oh,
that.
God.
Look at that face. Also, yeah, no, just conveniently managed to find the fucking animal that's got the pendant. Just.
Hold that scene for
No,
like
I
one
know
second.
Lolly isn't a...
Well, you can tell she's autistic because she's got like just amazing hyperfocus. Like she just immediately knows where it is.
Just immediately knows, yeah.
I know Lolly
Listen,
doesn't
Tism
like...
told her where it
Okay,
is.
okay, hang on, let the alley go.
I know that Lolly isn't the biggest fan of Kill la Kill, but, that first episode did, 3 episodes of normal introduction, almost.
Yeah.
And it
It
set
takes
up
itself
the
out
whole whole premise and all the characters that you should know about in, the first 5 minutes.
This feels like a crisis. Okay, there's no it feels like they're halfway through and they're like, okay, we need to have a central crisis for this episode, right? But the whole idea behind this episode should be to just establishing the world, establishing the characters. The whole the locket disappearing probably could have been something that happened episode 2.
Yeah. I mean, they've only just really quickly established that what the locket, the meaning of it, right? So it's like, it's...
And the meaning of it is completely superfluous. I was thinking, oh, it's her mom's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
kind
that's
of
what I'd think.
important.
Like, I'd figure it'd be like a picture of her mother, like one of the last pictures they have of her.
Typical.
It's like they
American-
kind of knew what the cliche was, but like didn't want to be like, okay, let's just go with this because this is how you would do story. How?
Yeah, but it's part of that whole like subverting expectations tropes.
I was about to say, that. Like, it's like, it's like they wanted to subvert
Let me
it.
finish. Let me finish, Bio, because like what I hate about that is this idea that we tropes are bad, right? Like you can't do just have the tropes, right? When the reality is that these tropes exist for a reason because they fucking work sometimes, and they can work in really good ways to help further the story along and provide a compelling narrative. Like it doesn't necessarily have to always be this thing where you have to, we're falling into the trope, we better quickly fucking subvert that shit, otherwise,
But this isn't even really subversion because it's still going along with the basic storytelling premise. It just changes a small element of it that makes the entire thing kind of meaningless. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm not
is it
going
really
to-
that important to go after that locket?
I'm not going to care if she loses it or not.
Yeah, there's no viewer emotional investment on it.
Because but
Rather
if it
than
was the last,
inheriting the sword from her mom, maybe it should have been that locket.
yeah, I don't care if it's a picture of a pie that she cares about that got lost. I would care for her as emotional connection. That if it was a picture of her mother or whatever, something like that, then I would care for her to get
Yeah.
it back. But now I don't.
Yeah, there's no emotional weight to it, so it just means nothing. So yeah, let's get through it. Let's watch them collect.
Trixie,
Get
it's a thief. Well, more like a magpie. They like shiny things. I got it. It's fast.
This world,
Good thing
magpies
I'm
exist.
faster.
How often?
Oh, I see it.
You get this feeling the art style for the background is inconsistent.
A little.
Because the roofs are kind of painterly.
Wow, she nailed that landing off the roof.
Are we?
This feels like an
allowed to
XCOM
be
mission.
Huh.
Start.
It really does.
As soon as I get that locket.
Cue the music.
22% hit
There.
rate.
Rose, wait! There's more
Going
than
to
one kind of Trixie. We don't know if this one's
Full-
dangerous.
full
Let's
cover.
find out.
Oh yeah, reckless abandon, straight to danger. Let's go.
Where's the Overwatch? Never move without Overwatch.
This is like, I don't know. I never finished Pathfinder Kingmaker. Probably should. I'm actually bored as shit, not gonna lie.
Oh wow, look at all that.
Just give it a second. Maybe it'll leave.
Wait, what? Is it gonna fucking summon a demon or some shit? That'd be
Yes,
hilarious.
do it.
Okay, that would be fucking funny if it did do that.
What is it doing? Some kind of ritual.
Mating ritual. It seems like it's also building a nest of some kind.
No way. What? It's trying to attract a mate.
Oh well, you're right.
A whole harem.
Look it. This feels weird.
The man's gonna get all that fluffy puss.
Poor puss.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What are the other
Look at
Trixies
this
waiting
Chad guy.
for? He's killing it out there.
So,
Oh no, they broke the cheesecake locket. I'm
Rose,
so sad.
sorry. I just...
Oh, did have a fucking...
Ah,
Oh my god, you fucking cunts. Just...
wait, why was the folded up picture focused on the fucking cheesecake then?
Cheesecake, what the fuck? That, okay, this is what I mean about that subvert. We have to, look, we're gonna subvert it so hard that we fucking go all the way back around.
This isn't even really a subverted.
It's not! That's what the problem is! It's like they're leading us on. They're like, oh, we're gonna totally subvert it. Oh, it's a funny thing.
And she knew that it was folded like that, but it was still focused on the cake. Cheesecake.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Yeah, because she wouldn't be saying, "Oh, that's a picture of my dad's cheesecake." It's a. Okay, keep going because I want to know if she knew this.
All right.
Lose it. Rose, why didn't you tell me?
It's just a cheap necklace.
Oh, so she did know.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
Let's forget it.
That was
So
the
she
side-
did know that the picture was folded like that.
I'm fucking mad. Like that's pissed
Why
me
would
off,
it?
'cause,
Why wouldn't the picture be folded on like her mom or her dad?
like, yeah, I mean, if it was on the dad, then that would also be good too, because then it would be like, oh, well, but then it's also a picture of
We've
the mom.
established that she is traumatized over her mom's disappearance. Wouldn't it make sense that she would want to look at the locket and be like,
And
"This
even
is
if it
my
was
mom.
just,
This is
if
who
it
I'm
was
looking
just
for."
a whole family thing, if it just was a folded note, that would be fine as well. I don't. Doesn't you?
Yeah, I just don't like. Because I get the idea of, oh, it's just a cheap locket, it's the thing inside it that matters, right? That's what they're trying to, like, fucking convey here, but the way that they're doing it is so... I don't know.
This comes across like those Saturday morning cartoons where they need to shove a message in at the very last moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was also very very confused of the moral message of letting the magpies have it for a moment, and then was, oh no, that was bad because now it's getting broken and stolen away.
It's the whole bite cuck morality where it's like, you know,
they
are enjoying this more than me, who this rightfully belongs to. So I'm fine.
Therefore, I created a positive in the world, and God, oh man, Bite Cuck's such a great fucking time. But anyhow, let's keep.
Well, these things worked out for our Trixie friend.
Let's not give up.
Why not?
Come with me.
Okay.
Aren't they supposed to be going to the academy or whatever?
No, this is their day off. They have a day off, and they're fucking about.
Last day of
They
freedom.
go, they go to the academy tomorrow, I think. But it's like, also, it's weird because an animation problem I'm noticing is a lot of the time, like, the characters look like they're just staring into, like, the abyss. Like, just before, when she, like, pointed away, she wasn't looking at where she was pointing when she was gonna drag the warrior chick with her, right? And it just looked like she was, like, staring into nothing, into, like, a completely random direction into the abyss. You know, actually, I could probably... Okay.
I'm still going to blame the lack of eye shadowing.
Yeah, like look at this. Look at it. Like, it look like she's looking up into the sky, and she's like, it looks like she's staring into the abyss. To
With
me.
a lot
I
of
don't
good
know
reaction images in this show.
Yeah, in this show, yeah.
Yes.
Like it's weird because usually when you do like, when you're determining like where a character's supposed to be looking, like I believe you can actually demonstrate this in Clip Studio Paint with their 3D models. They have like a little ball, and you can like move the ball, and the ball is like where the character is gonna look, right? So you can like determine that. This is kind of like they probably should have thought about that when they were drawing these characters, because it just looks really off-putting to have a character staring into nothingness. But anyway.
Oh, isn't this kind of thing small potatoes for a blacksmith? There are no small potatoes, only large mouths. Anyways, they might know where to get it fixed.
Okay.
Hello? There's gotta be some sort of... What was that?
What was what?
Wah!
Quite the pipes you've got there. How can I help?
Can you fix this?
Huh. What happened? Did you get run over by omnibuses?
Trixies.
You wore this out in the market first thing in the morning? Welcome! You two must be Noodle and Garth.
You could say that.
We're here for the academy. I'm starting this year too.
That's so cool! And you're a blacksmith?
Yup, that's what I'm gonna study at the academy. I've done it all my life.
Would you?
I was
Would you, that
handed a
dwarf?
rivet soon as I figured out how to grow my fingers on purpose. Of course, when your family's as populated as mine.
I would be down.
Oh, look, it's Brock. It's literally Brock. Remember Pokemon Brock, and he's got like fucking 50 billion siblings and shit?
Sweeping the stables?
No.
Yeah.
Then get back to it. And tell Dad I'll be done when I'm done.
Dad!
Also, the voice doesn't match the character at all. That's another problem.
Yeah, she's very obviously trying to do like a husky falsetto.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
All the voice actors kind of needed
You
a
just got
coach.
a glimpse of
Like they're not
that.
necessarily
Part of
awful.
my brothers.
They just
In
needed a
Yeah.
coach.
loudness, I
Good
think
voice
that was
direction,
Nettle, Thistle, Clover, and Spurge.
A third? 9? No, wait. 12 brothers?
Yeah, I stopped counting after 7.
You're great at juggling them. 12 brothers!
Something like that.
Jeez, no wonder you want to get out of here. Rose. What?
It's not that. I can fix this. I could bring it to you tomorrow at school.
Yeah, that's so nice of you.
Parsley, nice to meet you.
Sage. Rosemary.
Oh, they're all named. Okay, yeah, no, okay, I get the naming
She
scheme
was
now.
so cool. And nice.
Oh, what is this one
Oh
again?
my gosh.
It's okay. It's armor. It's built to withstand a nuisance.
We're really sorry. We had a run-in with a Trixie, and we're just a little rattled.
Hold on. You got mugged on your first day?
I'm sorry. Is there a better time to get mugged? That's right. Keep walking.
You almost chop off a person's head one time, and it's like,
I was sure I was gonna have to fight her to
Okay.
defend your honor. My hero.
Okay.
We didn't just smash the Trixie, even though I was ready to. Sage got me to be patient, like she always usually does. Yeah.
So what did
I
they
do
learn
that a
this
lot.
episode?
Who knew their courtship cycles would coincide with our arrival?
that's beautiful, Sage.
I don't care.
I got to see the Trixie's entire dance.
We saw it find its soulmate.
You got to be a guardian, in a way.
You protected a precious creature, and that let it find
She didn't protect anything! She had to hold herself back from stabbing it!
Well, Sage did. Sage is the guardian.
Okay, she had the sword. You have the set. You have the sword. You have this thing that just took something precious to you. Why not have a situation where it's being attacked by like a hawk or something? And oh no, I have to defend this thing that I have no reason to defend personally because it took something for me. And by, inconveniencing themselves and maybe even making a personal sacrifice, they took a step further to inheriting the values of the Guardians that we don't even know the values of.
Yeah, and
But Lolly,
almost
but Lolly,
stabbed.
you don't understand. That would be too cliche. We can't do that. we can't do something that would actually probably be more narratively appropriate and explain things about the world, because that's got a TV tropes page. You can't do that. You have to.
What
do
about the
something
TV
different.
tropes page of nearly cutting somebody in half and killing them, and then going, "Oh, well, why the big deal?"
Why are you? Why mad, bro? Why are you mad? God.
Which
And
I'm
now,
really
and now they're
shocked she
tuning.
calmed down.
And now they're trying to tune it into some kind of like, oh well, true love finds it, blah 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 blah, lesbians, blah blah blah. All right, okay, I get it.
I want to see. Like, I know that you don't like lesbians, and that's perfectly acceptable.
No,
but
what do you
I
mean? Of course I like lesbians. What the fuck are you talking about?
But
What do you mean?
Lolly,
I look listen, I look at Yuri out all the time. I fucking love lesbians, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh god. But no, it's like Yeah, they're turning it into just some. It's okay, whatever. It's like I don't care about any of this. It's like, all right, sure.
So much.
I wouldn't say protected exactly. It was more that
look.
we didn't cut it in half with swords.
Oh, so she fucking said it.
It's a start.
Good night, little fruitcake.
It's a start.
We'll make sure you're up at first light.
First
Yeah,
light.
make sure if a motherfucker messes with you, you cut him in half, right? Have no hesitation.
Hey, good night.
So even the
Not
script
even a
acknowledges
blanket?
they learned absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put on the fucking blanket, Jesus Christ.
I didn't expect it to look so majestic. Yeah, you grow up hearing stories from your hero, aka your mom, but somehow the picture in
I
your
thought she
head
didn't
never quite measures up to the real
know
thing.
her mom that well.
Look
The
at
the
it.
dialogue is
So
so
much
fucking
bigger than I knew. I'm going to
Yeah,
explode.
it's a bit jank.
You're not going to explode.
You can tell
Now
it's
what would
being
you do
written.
if
It's
I
written by
did?
people who are
I'd put you
terminally
back
online.
together. You say that so confidently. Yep. I'm going to be so great at magic that I'll be able to wave one hand and make you whole again.
Yeah, that's some fucking foreshadowing shit. Oh yeah.
She's gonna accidentally cut herself in half.
Oh, here's the credits. Here's the end credits.
Oh, that is
Let's look at
Asamadayo.
Look at this end credits that we paid those Korean animators for. Oh yeah, now you get the singing. Here you go. Yeah.
Now I regret what I wished for.
So yeah, that was Guardian High Spice episode 1. What do you how we feel?
It's not the worst thing to ever exist, but at the same time, it's
not good.
It's not good, and it's, a lot of the story and a lot of the direction choices are just kind of baffling.
I'm gonna let this run out. I'm gonna let it run out, but it's like, yeah, I think my prediction at the beginning of the cast, where I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna pause that there.
Yeah.
So I think my prediction of Lord Winnie the Pooh is quite accurate. Like, that's pretty much how I feel. I feel like there's a lot of wasted kind of potential here. There's a lot of, like, I can think of like a million different ways that you could have gone about this entire episode and had it be a lot more narratively consistent and a lot more useful to the audience to establish the actual world. Because I still have a lot of questions, like, what the fuck actually is a guardian? Is it just like, you know, a policeman that protects nature or some shit? Is it like a fucking, you know, is it just in general like learning to be like a fucking wizard or something? Is it literally Harry Potter? Or is it, you know, like there's no establishment of the world, right? It's just generic fantasy world.
It feels
with
like
shit.
they're trying to offload a lot of the missing blanks onto the audience, because like they expect the audience to be familiar with certain genre and storytelling tropes. And it almost feels like that they're trying to shortcut and be like, okay, you already understand this though. And
Yeah,
it's
you-
like,
you-
no,
you've-
I
you've-
don't
you've-
understand this actually.
Yeah, no, you've watched Harry Potter before. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like,
you know the drill.
and you'll notice this like when you look at any like English language visual novels, or like, you know, any of the Western attempts at doing isekai novels, or like, you know, any of the old like English language manga that Tokyo Pop used to publish back in the days. You'll always notice that it's trying way too hard to recreate something they saw. And like an anime or something, but they don't understand why those elements are a thing. So it just kind of comes off. It kind of comes off as surreal.
Yeah,
It's
like
always something
the
It kind of comes off. It kind of comes off as them trying to imitate something, but without understanding like the core ingredients. It's like, you know, you watch your family, you watch your mother cook something, but you don't understand how to cook it yourself. I think that's kind of what it is. Like, they imitate anime, but they don't understand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, my like feelings about this right now is like, yeah, you're right. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like this giant horrifically. It's not fucking X-Arm levels of bad, but I actually think that that's a worse sin, because the thing is you have this kind of like so bad it's good quality to a lot of things that are bad, right? Like you can look at stuff like obviously The Room. I would say X-Arm gets classified in that. Where hell, the Star Wars prequels as well, I think, can be classified in that in a sense as well, right? Where yeah, it's bad. Like you can look at it and you can tell that it's objectively not good quality, but you're still having fun and you're still enjoying watching it, even though it's bad, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But then that's why I think that there's, like, this is the worst sin, because it's just boring. It's just, oh, okay, I didn't really get a whole lot out of this that was particularly engaging or interesting. It's just kind of there, right?
You know, the most interesting part for me was more of the questions that I constantly had from why are they doing this? I don't get why they're skipping the explanation here, why they're taking so long on the cart, bus, train, whatever. They're
trying to endear the audience to the characters through comedy, but like you also kind of need something. Like, it can't just be quips. It has to be the type of situation that result in like comedic scenarios needs to be something that comes out of the character's personality naturally.
And it's like I said with the pendant thing. There was no emotional weight behind that pendant until they kind of sprung that on us at the end, right? They didn't like
that just kind of like happened. Like that was a very
there was no build up of like someone like asking, "Hey, what's that pendant?" It's like, "Oh, it's got a picture of my dad in it. He gave it to me as like a parting gift or whatever." And then like there's no establishment of why the pendant is important until it's taken, and then even like they use that to try and create the punchline to a joke, right? And then at the end of it, the punchline is, "Oh no, it is actually, it is in fact a picture of the mom, and it's very important." And it's like, that's just like tonal whiplash to the extreme, right? Like that's not clever. Like I reckon there's probably like a writer or a script writer or like a director or something who's probably like, "Oh man, that was so smart. I fucking like tricked everyone into thinking it wasn't worth anything, and then it is worth something." And it's like, oh man. And then the sacrifice of that is that you don't have like the tension, right? Of, oh man, this means something to her. What if she doesn't get it back? What if something happens to it? You have that build-up in tension as the event transpires, right? And then you can have the payoff being, oh, well, she gets it back, and it's not the pendant that's important, it's what's inside it, right?
So with Naretsu, I have a question. Would you watch more episodes of this?
No.
Alright. Bayo, would you watch more episodes?
No, this didn't sell me.
Lolly, can you have you a moment of your time to tell us if you would have watched more episodes?
I would absolutely look up Rule 34 of this. I might watch another 2 episodes, see if they introduce anything. Like,
I'm actually on Rule 34 right now. Let me go see.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. I think I would probably I'll probably end up watching the rest of this at some point. I wouldn't I tend to not drop things though. Like I'm actually just interested in deconstructing this just on a storytelling level that actually kind of interests me. So
yeah, we're more on that same page. There were a lot of questionable and weird decisions with weird emotional resonance. So I'm kind of more interested in if they're going to improve on that or how they're going to, in the future. But I'm kind of just really put off by Raspberry as a character.
Yeah, and for me, it's just this. I wasn't
Rosemary,
really
not raspberry. They're all named after spices.
Okay, whatever. I wasn't very engaged, and I didn't particularly find it interesting. Again, bored Winnie the Pooh sums up my thoughts, and because I was bored Winnie the Pooh, I don't particularly feel the need. I mean, if you guys watch more of it and you're like, oh man, it actually ends up being pretty good, or oh no, it actually ends up being really bad, then maybe I might pick it back up, but. Yeah, no. Right now, I'm not into it.
I would remind you that I recommended you watching X-Arm the whole way through.
I don't think I did actually. I haven't actually gotten around to that, but we got to wrap up. So yeah, I guess that'll end us for this episode, and we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, later. Until next time.